Historically, Brock has had a very average, lean physique. But as the series progressed, something changed. After bearing the brunt of chronic rejection and PTSD induced by Professor Ivy, he made a shocking return in greater shape than anyone could have ever expected, and managed to put up a good fight against Ash. So all of this got me wondering, if Brock can do it through all of this hardship, surely I can too. So I took a baseline video and got to work, hoping to show some of the rock-solid reserve that Brock showed when he managed to build himself some washboard abs. And I set a challenge for me to be able to do this in 90 days. For this challenge, I could only eat home-cooked, healthy meals just like Brock would, with my breakfast consisting of 4 eggs every day boiled in a drying pan, and I would try to have at least 2 heaped scoops of protein powder in milk every week. Also, to make sure my diet is completely clean, I had to stop eating jelly-filled donuts, my favourite. And now with all of that out of the way, I began my training journey. In the first 30 days, motivation was high and I was working out at least 4 times a week. Assuming Brock wouldn't have too many resources either, I decided I couldn't use the gym and only resources I had at home. And in the beginning, forget 20 push-ups, I was struggling to break 10. But I was doing them at a very high frequency, ensuring fast progress and also making sure I didn't sleep on any of the muscle groups, even if it meant doing these Bulgarian split squats with dodgy technique. To stay lean, I decided to take Brock's advice about extreme speed and actually use my treadmill to make sure I was getting a bit of cardio in as well. And by the end of month 1, I looked like this. Something to note is I definitely did abs on this day, so obviously they look much sharper than normal. And this is one of the only 2 places where I will be shooting footage of my transformation. One being underneath the light as the first video, and every other picture will be taken in front of this exact mirror here. Month 2 is where it got a little bit harder, where the discipline was getting to me and I was averaging about 2 workout sessions to failure per week. But I carried on and I pushed on, and I tried to work muscle groups in different ways. Like instead of doing lateral raises, I started doing different exercises for the shoulders, like this one, although I'm not exactly sure if this is 100% the shoulders. And I was definitely increasing the weights that I was using for all my reps a lot more for progressive overload. But again, there was a lot of work still needed to be done, like on my form, for example. And by the end of the second month, although I didn't look a lot different, I had definitely made a lot of progress when it comes to lifting more weight and doing it with better form than I was initially. Sadly, this is all the footage I have of that transition period month, so obviously it's very difficult to see what was going on here, but I do think there was a slight difference. The last 30 days are where I saw the most difference, where I was able to go from normal push-ups to archer push-ups with these thingamajiggers, and being able to finally hit overload using my home equipment. By now, I felt like my frame really was getting bigger, and my abs were getting stronger, or visible without having to flex. And by now, I was curling and reverse curling more than double the weight I had started out with. And by the end of the 90 days, I was looking like this. After measuring my biceps, I learned that they were 1 inch bigger than they were 90 days ago, and while that doesn't seem like the biggest improvement, it took a lot of hard work and I'm happy with where I ended up. So side by side, let's look at how I looked at the start versus now. Looking at the side by side, we can see that my physique at the start and physique at the end might look really similar here. But I do think there is a considerable difference in size that I've noticed. And also, I do think rather than being ultra lean like at the start, I think I have put on a bit more mass than I did have in the beginning. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys think I was successful in making a 90-day transformation like Brock, please vote on my channel to show me that you think so that I can move on to the next challenge, looking like Bruno in 1 year and G-Max Machamp in 2 years. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.